This video is about the alpha loved the poor girl, but his mother tried to kill her. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. In the heart of verdant hollow, the moon shone like a silver coin, casting ethereal light on the ancient trees. The air was thick with the scent of pine and the distant murmurs of 1,000 hidden stories. Beneath the shimmering night, a forbidden love blossomed, but danger lurked like a shadow, waiting to pounce. Halden, alpha of the renowned Nightshade pack, stood atop a rocky outcrop, his heart pounding with primal instincts. He gazed at the village below Eloria, a place where light struggled to pierce the dark. It was there that he first laid eyes on her, Alara, the poor girl whose laughter could rival the sweetest songbirds. She had stirred something within him, something he thought long buried beneath duty and tradition. His mother, Dora, the formidable Luna, had always instilled in Halden the importance of pack hierarchy. An alpha must choose a mate who strengthens our lineage. She would often remind him, her voice a soft yet unyielding command. Yet, standing on the precipice of his fate, he felt torn. "Halden, are you with us?" A deep growl interrupted his thoughts. Galum, his loyal beta, stepped beside him, eyes glinting with concern. "You've been distant of late." Halden sighed, the weight of his love pressing heavily on his chest. "It is Alara. She is not a werewolf, Calum," she asked. "Just a girl, but something about her calls to me." Calum raised an eyebrow. "You know your mother will never accept her. She will view Alara as a weakness." "What if she is my strength?" Halden argued, clenching his fists. "What if she is the one destined to stand by my side?" "That is a dangerous game to play," Calum warned, but the flicker of doubt in his voice mirrored Halden's own uncertainty. Under the cover of the moonlight, Halden made his way to the village, his heart racing. The scent of wildflowers led him to Alara's modest cottage. He knocked softly, his breath hitching in anticipation. Moments later, she appeared, her brown curls dancing in the gentle breeze, her hazel eyes sparkling with warmth. "Halden!" Alara exclaimed, her smile lighting up the dim porch. "What brings you here, my lord?" A drop of formalities, Alara, just Halden, please. He stepped closer, entranced by her beauty. "I couldn't stop thinking about you." Her cheeks flushed, a delicate pink. "You shouldn't be here, your mother." "Is not here," he interrupted, reaching out to tuck a loose strand of hair behind her ear. "I am here because I want to be." Alara searched his eyes, vulnerability etched in her expression. "What if she finds out? What if she tries to hurt you?" Halden's heart ached at the thought. "I can handle her, but can you handle what this means, being a part of my world?" The air crackled with tension. "I am just a girl, Halden. And yet you are the one I want, the one who makes me feel alive." He took her hands in his, grounding himself in her warmth. "You are my destiny." Just as their fingers intertwined, a distant howl broke the tranquility, a reminder of the life Halden was bound to lead. He stepped back, fear tightening his chest. "I have to go, but I'll return." Alara nodded, but her eyes were filled with doubt. "Be careful, Halden. Your world is more dangerous than you know." As Halden slipped back into the forest, the weight of his mother's expectations loomed over him. The aura was not just a fierce Luna, she was a force of nature, and her influence stretched beyond their pack. The very thought of her plotting against Alara sent shivers down his spine. He would need to confront her to protect the girl who had captured his heart. Asterisk. That evening, Halden returned to the pack's territory, where the air hung heavy with tension. The elders were gathered, their voices low and conspiratorial. Halden felt a knot twist in his stomach as he approached them. "Alpha," one elder spoke, breaking from the murmurs. "There are whispers of a human girl caught in your affections. This could threaten our position." The RS gaze was like ice, cold and calculating. "You know the rules, Halden. A mate must be chosen from our kind. You cannot afford this distraction." He clenched his jaw, the urge to defend Alara rising like a tide. "She is not a distraction. She is—" "An obstacle," Lyra interrupted, her voice like thunder. "You are risking everything for a human. I will not allow it." "Mother, you cannot control who I love," Halden shot back, fear igniting within him. "I won't let you hurt her." Leora's expression hardened. "You think you can defy me? Love does not shield you from the dangers that come with it, Halden. You are an alpha first." "Then I'll choose my own path," he declared, the echo of his words reverberating through the clearing. "I will not let you dictate my heart." The elders exchanged worried glances, sensing the fracture in the pack's unity. "You risk the wrath of our ancestors," one warned. "If you wish to challenge my authority, so be it. But know this, I will protect her," he said resolutely. As he stormed from the gathering, Halden felt a mixture of dread and determination. He would not let his mother's hatred seep into the love he held for Alara. The moon hung high, casting a silver glow that felt like a promise he intended to keep. Asterisk. Days turned into nights, and Halden visited Alara whenever he could, their connection deepening with every stolen moment. They shared laughs beneath the stars, whispered secrets in the woods, and dreamed of a world where their love could thrive unencumbered. But on one fateful night, the air shifted. Halden arrived to find Alara trembling, her face pale and stricken with fear. "What happened?" he demanded, rushing to her side. "They came for me," she whispered, eyes wide. "A group of wolves, not from your pack. They said they were sent by your mother." Halden's heart pounded, fury boiling within him. "Did they hurt you?" "No, but they threatened me. They said I'd be punished for trying to take you from your rightful place," she breathed. "Enough," he growled, feeling the beast within him clawing to be released. "They will not touch you again, I swear it." Tears brimmed in her eyes as she looked up at him, a mixture of fear and longing. "Halden, I can't be the reason for your downfall. Can't you see it?" "Don't say that," he pleaded, stepping closer. "You are the reason I fight. I can't lose you." She shook her head, the despair in her eyes cutting him deeper than any blade. "What if your mother is right? What if my love is a weakness?" "Love is never a weakness, Alara." Halden cupped her face in his hands, his heart breaking at the thought of losing her. "You are my strength, my light in the darkness." But even as he spoke those words, doubt began to settle in. Would he have to choose between his pack and the girl who held his heart? Would he have to face the wrath of a mother determined to keep him in line? As he stared into Alara's eyes, he knew that fate was not always kind. The bond they shared was strong, but the forces against them loomed large. Halden felt the winds of destiny shift, and with it, the knowledge that their love would be tested in ways they could not yet fathom. To be continued. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an ethereal glow over verdant hollow, illuminating the path Halden took as he remained lost in thought. Alara's face haunted him, the mixture of fear and longing in her eyes replaying in his mind like a bitter melody. He knew Leora would stop at nothing to protect her legacy and ensure that Halden followed in her footsteps. But did she not see? The very thing she sought to protect the pack's honor was also what she threatened to destroy. As he approached the pack's den, Halden felt the weight of his mother's looming presence. The elders watched him with wary eyes, sensing the crack in the foundation of their unity. The air crackled with tension as he entered the sacred space, a place meant for protection and camaraderie, now a breeding ground for distrust. "Alpha," Calum called, stepping forward. His brow furrowed with concern. "You seem troubled. Is it about the girl?" Halden's jaw clenched. "It is more than that. They sent threats, Calum. My mother will stop at nothing to remove her from my life." "Then you must confront her," Calum urged, his voice steady. "Your bond with Alara is strong, but she is not of our kind. The risks are immense." "And what do you suggest?" "My loyal beta. I should abandon her." Halden snapped, his wolf growling in response to the mere thought. "I can do that. She completes me." Calum sighed. "You must be cautious. The pack has been restless since the news spread. They sense your conflict. You risk losing their respect and control over your own heart." Halden felt the weight of the pack's expectations pressing down on him. "I will not lose Alara. I refuse to let my mother dictate my heart." As Halden turned to storm from the den, he could feel the eyes of the elders burning into his back. A soft voice caught his attention. Leora stood at the entrance, her presence commanding and fierce. "Halden," she called, her tone sharp as a silver blade. "We need to talk." He hesitated, desire to flee, battling against the instinct to confront her. Reluctantly, he turned. "What more do you want from me, Mother? You've already threatened the only light in my life." Leora stepped closer, her dark eyes piercing. "I want what is best for you. Alara is a distraction, a human among wolves. You are an alpha, not a lovesick pup." "I am neither," he growled, the air thickening with his frustration. "I am in love, and love should not be deemed a weakness." "Love does not shield you from the dangers of our world," she replied, voice low and dangerous, her fingers curling into fists. "You are not just Halden. You are the Alpha of Nightshade. Your loyalty lies with your pack." "And what of my loyalty to my heart?" Halden countered, feeling the tides of anger and despair swirling within him. "What if my heart is destined to be with Alara? You cannot fight destiny." The Ora's expression softened for a fleeting moment, but it was quickly replaced with the steely resolve Halden was used to. "Fate has a way of punishing those who stray from their path. I will protect you from that pain, even if it means sacrificing her." As her words hung in the air, Halden's blood ran cold. "You would do that? Wouldn't you? You dared an innocent girl to maintain your control. It is for the greater good. You are not simply a man, you are a leader, Leora insisted, her voice rising. You must think of your pack, of your future. Enough. Halden roared, the primal instincts within him surging. I will not allow you to harm her. If it comes to a choice between my title and my heart, I will choose love. With those words, he turned and fled the den, the weight of his mother's anger pressing down on him. Each step towards the village felt heavy, laden with uncertainty. He reached Alara's cottage, the waning moon casting shadows on the path. He knocked frantically, heart racing with dread, fearing the worst. Halden. Alara opened the door, her eyes wide with surprise. I didn't expect you tonight. I wish it were under better circumstances, he murmured, stepping inside. The warmth of her presence enveloped him, momentarily easing the turmoil within. I need to know you are safe. A flicker of worry flashed across her face. I am. But what happened between you and your mother? I confronted her, he confessed, running a hand through his hair. She is determined to keep us apart, to keep you away from me. Alara's expression shifted, fear creeping into her eyes. Halden, you are putting yourself in danger. I can be the cause of your downfall. Don't say that, he pleaded, reaching for her hands. You are my reason to fight. I won't let her take you from me. Tears shimmered in her eyes as she looked up at him, vulnerability etched in her expression. But what if she tries again? What if she? Halden silenced her fears with a gentle touch, cradling her face in his hands. I won't allow it. I will protect you. You mean too much to me. Yet as he spoke those words, doubt gnawed at his insides. The shadows of his mother's influence loomed large, threatening to suffocate the love they shared. He could feel the weight of destiny pressing down on him, challenging their bond. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed from outside. Halden's heart raced as he turned towards the door, instincts honed from years of training kicking in. Stay here, he commanded, his voice slow and fierce. Halden. Now, he growled, moving toward the entrance. Peering into the darkness, he saw figures emerging from the trees, menacing shapes that sent shivers down his spine. They were not from his pack. Halden, the voice called out. Get back, they re here for the girl. Halden's heart raced as he stepped outside to face the intruders. The leader, a rogue wolf with a jagged scar racing across his face, advanced, his eyes cold with malice. You've made a grave mistake, Alpha. Your mother sent us to remind you of your duties. To touch her and you will answer to me, Halden growled, muscles coiling with the tension of his wolf, ready to spring into action. Your mother thinks Alara is a threat, the rogue taunted, inching closer. And we all know how the night she'd deal with threats. Get away from her. Halden bellowed, his wolf clawing at the surface, desperate for release. In a heartbeat, he shifted into his wolf form, powerful and commanding, eyes ablaze with fury. Alara stood at the door, horror etched across her face as she watched the confrontation unfold. Halden, please be careful. Fueled by her fear, Halden lunged at the rogue, tackling him to the ground. The scuffle was chaotic, growls and snarls echoing through the night. But just as Halden gained the upper hand, he felt a sharp pain slice through his side, a wound from the rogue's claw. With a fierce growl, he retaliated, using every ounce of strength to throw the rogue off him. Halden could feel the adrenaline surging through his veins, the bond between him and Alara igniting a fire within him. Enough, the rogue barked, struggling to regain his footing. We were not here to kill you, Alpha, just to send a message. Halden stood tall, baring his teeth. You've already failed, and the message is clear. You will never touch her again. The rogue, eyes glinting with a mix of respect and defiance, backed away slowly. This isn't over, Halden. Your mother will not let this go. Leave now, before you regret it, Halden growled, watching as the rogues retreated into the shadows, leaving behind a lingering sense of dread. As the echo of their howl faded into the distance, Halden shifted back, breathless and shaken. Alara rushed to his side, eyes wide with worry. Are you hurt? You shouldn't have. I had to protect you, he interrupted, cupping her face in his hands. I won't let anyone take you from me. But Halden, they'll come back, she whispered, fear lacing her voice. Your mother will use them against us. We'll find a way, he vowed, desperation creeping into his words. I won't stop fighting for you, no matter the cost. As they stood together in the aftermath of chaos, destiny wove its threads tighter around them. The moon shone down, a silent witness to their love, a beacon in the growing darkness. But the shadows were growing, and the battle for their hearts had only just begun. To be continued. A chill settled over Verdant Hollow as Halden and Alara stood in the aftermath of the roguesque confrontation, the air thick with unspoken fears. The moon hung low, casting silver light upon them, illuminating the path they had chosen, a path fraught with danger and uncertainty. Halden's breath came in ragged gasps as he turned to Alara, his heart aching. "I should have never let you face that alone," he murmured, brushing a thumb over the faint bruise forming on her arm where the rogue had nearly grabbed her. "I am so sorry." Alara shook her head, her voice trembling. "You were there when it mattered, Halden, but what if they come back with more?" Her hazel eyes glistened with unshed tears, and he could see the weight of fear settling on her shoulders. "They will," he said, his voice steady yet filled with urgency. "But I will not let them harm you. Not now. Not ever." He held her tightly, grounding himself in her warmth, feeling the steady rhythm of her heartbeat against his chest. "You mean too much to me." "And you to me," she whispered, her breath hitching. "But every time you protect me, you draw more danger to yourself. I can Stop," he interrupted gently, cupping her face in his hands. "You are not a burden, Alara. You are my mate, my destiny. I want to let this world tear us apart. If I have to face my mother, the pack, and the rogues, I will." As the night wore on, they shared whispered hopes beneath the vast sky, their fingers entwined as if to shield each other from the darkness closing in. "What if we leave?" Alara suggested, her voice a mere whisper, filled with both hope and despair. "What if we just run?" Halden met her gaze, torn between desire and duty. "Alara, I can abandon my pack. They need me, but I'll find a way to keep you safe. I swear it." Yet deep inside, a storm raged. The ORS looming shadow, the threat of the rogues, and the fragile threads of their love felt heavier than ever. He leaned closer, brushing his lips against her forehead. "Whatever it takes, I'll protect you, even if it means standing against my own blood." Days melted into nights filled with tension, each moment spent away from Alara gnawing at Halden's soul. Meetings with the pack elders turned into a battlefield of wills, with Halden defending his choices against the tides of tradition and expectation. "Your heart is clouding your judgment, Alpha," one elder warned, his voice grave. "A human cannot be your mate. It is unnatural." Halden's anger surged. "You speak of tradition while I fight for my love. Alara may not be of our kind, but she possesses a strength that no werewolf I know has." "Strength for weakness, Halden." The ORS voice, cool and sharp, cut through the conversation like a knife. "She is nothing but a distraction, a liability. Your loyalty lies with your pack, not a girl who does not understand our world." "Enough!" Halden roared, drawing the attention of the entire gathering. "I will not allow you to speak of her that way. I will protect her, and I will not abandon my heart." The elders shifted uncomfortably, sensing the fracture in Halden's resolve. "You risk the unity of our pack, Halden. You must reconsider your choices." Halden's fist clenched, his body vibrating with the tension of his wolf ready to break free. "I will not be swayed. Alara is my mate, and I will not deny my instincts. Not for you, not for anyone." As he stormed from the meeting, a lone howl echoed through the air, a reminder of the rogues who still lingered in the shadows. Halden's heart raced. He couldn't let them get to Alara again. Not when they were so close to being together. That night, he found his way back to her cottage, the warmth of the hearth beckoning like a beacon. Alara opened the door, her eyes lighting up at the sight of him, but he sensed the tension beneath her smile. "Halden," she breathed, relief flooding her voice. "I was worried." "I am fine," he replied, pulling her close, breathing in the scent of her honey and wildflowers. "But we need to talk." Alara's brow furrow of concern etched into her features. "What happened at the den?" "It was as expected," he admitted, frustration seeping into his voice. "They don't understand our bond, and my mother she refuses to accept you." "Then what will we do?" Her voice wavered, vulnerability spilling forth. "I can keep putting you in danger from me." Halden held her gaze, desperation clawing at his insides. "You are worth every risk, but we need a plan, something to protect you without tearing apart the pack." "We could go to the Elder Grove," she suggested, her eyes brightening. "It is said to hold ancient magic. Maybe it can shield us." Halden frowned, recalling the old tales of the Grove. "It is risky. The magic there is tied to our kind, and if it is misused, it could turn against us." "But what if it helps us?" Alara urged, her voice steadying. "We could plead our case to the spirits. They could see how true our love is, how destined we are." He studied her, hope shimmering in her eyes, igniting a spark within his heart. "You really believe that?" "I do," she said, her conviction unwavering. "We have to believe in our love, Halden. It is stronger than any threat." With determination coursing through him, Halden nodded. Then we leave for the other grove at dawn. As the first light of day broke over the horizon, they set out toward the grove, hearts intertwined, each step resonating with hope and fear. The ancient trees whispered secrets as they journeyed deeper into the forest, the air thick with magic and uncertainty. Reaching the grove, they stood before a shimmering pool, its surface reflecting the sky above. Alara gazed at it with wonder. "It's beautiful." "It's just like you," Halden murmured, taking her hand in his. "We must approach with respect and honesty." Alara nodded, resolute. "Spirits of the grove, we seek your guidance," she called, her voice ringing with sincerity. For heartbeats, silence enveloped them before the air crackled with energy. The water began to shimmer, revealing ethereal figures emerging, guardians of the grove, their forms fluid and radiant. "Why do you disturb our sanctuary?" the voice echoed, ethereal and melodic. The figure, shimmering with silver light, hovered before them. Halden swallowed hard, his heart racing. "We come seeking your wisdom. I am Halden, Alpha of the Nightshade Pack, and this is Alara, my mate." The Guardian-esque gaze flickered between them, sensing the bond that pulsed with untamed magic. "Your love defies tradition, yet it is pure, but know this, love has its price." "What do you mean?" Alara asked, her voice trembling with both fear and hope. "Each bond must be tested," the spirit replied, its voice echoing through the grove like a haunting melody. "If you are to be united, you must face the trials of heart and spirit. Only then will your love be deemed worthy." Halden's grip on Alara tightened, a mix of determination and apprehension swelling within him. "We will face whatever trials lie ahead. Our love is worth fighting for." The Guardianess' expression softened, allowing a glimpse of light to flicker in its eyes. "Then prepare for the trials of destiny. They will challenge your hearts and test your souls." With a wave of its hand, the shimmering water transformed, revealing visions of challenges yet to come, dark shadows creeping into their lives, moments of betrayal, heartache, and sacrifice. But through it all, a flicker of light remained, a promise of love transcending the trials. Halden turned to Alara, his heart swelling with a fierce protectiveness. "Whatever we face, we do it together." As the visions faded, the spirit spoke once more. "You must trust in your bond and in the power of love. Only then will you prevail." With those words, Halden and Alara felt a rush of energy envelop them, binding their spirits together. The path ahead was shrouded in uncertainty, but they stood united, prepared to face whatever darkness awaited them. As they left the grove, hands intertwined and hearts blazing, Halden knew that their journey was just beginning. Love had woven its magic around them, and together they would defy the odds, challenge fate, and forge a destiny unlike any other. To be continued. With each step away from the elder grove, Halden felt both elated and terrified. The spirits had recognized their love, but the trials ahead loomed like dark clouds on the horizon. He glanced at Alara, her face glowing with determination, though he could sense her unease beneath the surface. "Are you ready for this?" he asked, his voice low and steady as he laced his fingers through hers, drawing strength from her presence. Alara met his gaze, her hazel eyes sparkling with both fear and resolve. "I don't know what awaits us, but I believe in us, Halden. Our love is worth fighting for." She squeezed his hand, grounding him against the uncertainty that swelled like the leaves caught in a gentle breeze. "Then let us prepare," he replied, his resolve hardening. "No matter how difficult these trials are, we'll all face them together. I won't let anything tear us apart." As they returned to the village, a sense of foreboding settled over Halden. The pack had been uneasy ever since he had confronted Lior, and he feared that his mother's wrath was still simmering beneath the surface. They arrived at the edge of the village, where the scent of smoke and the sound of distant howls filled the air. He could feel the disapproving stares of the pack members as they passed, tension crackling like the embers of a dying fire. "Halden," Alara whispered, anxiety threading her voice. "Do you think they know we were at the grove? Do you think they'll all try to stop us?" "I won't let them," he replied fiercely, his heart pounding in defiance of the world against them. "You are my mate, Alara, and I will protect you. I won't let them dictate our fate." But as they entered the heart of the village, Halden's determination was immediately tested. Liora stood awaiting them, her posture regal and commanding, her eyes glinting like shards of ice. "Halden," she called, her voice dripping with authority. "We need to talk." "Mother, it is not a good time," he said, tension coiling tightly in his chest. Enough." Liora's voice thundered, silencing him. "You think you can just waltz back here after consulting with a human? Have you lost your mind?" "Don't speak about her that way," Halden shot back, anger flaring within him. "The Alara is not just a human, she is my mate, you will not harm her." Liora's eyes narrowed, her expression hardening. You are an alpha first, Halden. Love does not protect you from the dangers of opposition. You are risking everything for a girl who does not belong in our world. Alara's voice trembled as she stepped forward, her defiance shining through her fear. I may be human, but my heart is true. I love Halden, and I will not let anyone hurt him or me. Yora's gaze flicked to Alara, a mixture of disdain and irritation flashing across her features. You think your love can protect you? You are a liability, a weakness that must be dealt with. Halden felt a surge of protective instinct. You might see her as a liability, but she is my strength. I choose her, and I will fight for her. Leora's expression shifted, a flicker of something like concern crossing her face, but it vanished as quickly as it appeared. You are blinded by infatuation, Halden. You cannot see the danger that lurks in the shadows. The rogues will not be the only threat you face. You risk your pack's unity. A shadow fell over Halden's heart. You mean you will punish me for loving Alara? You would tear apart our bond, our destiny, just to maintain control. I will do what is necessary to protect the Nightshade, she replied, her voice cold and unwavering. Even if that means removing her from the equation. Fury boiled within him, and he stepped forward, his voice low and threatening. You will not touch her. I will not let you. Then you are choosing to defy me? Leora hissed, her eyes glinting with a dangerous edge. You are an alpha. You have a duty to your pack. And my duty is to protect the one I love. Halden roared, feeling the power of his wolf surge beneath the surface. The pack members stood in a circle, their eyes darting between the three of them, sensing the tension crackling in the air. Alara, go inside, he commanded, feeling the need to shield her from the impending confrontation. No, I want to leave you. Alara protested, stepping closer to Halden, defiance shimmering in her gaze. Listen to him. Yor snapped, her voice sharp. You do not understand the dangers you are inviting. You are playing with forces beyond your control. Maybe I don't understand everything about your world, but I understand love, Alara said, her voice steady despite the fear rolling off her like waves. I love Halden, and I will not let anyone tear us apart. Halden's heart swelled with pride at her bravery. You hear that, Mother? Alara is stronger than you think, stronger than you. Leora's expression darkened, fury swirling within her eyes. Then you leave me no choice, Halden. If you insist on pursuing this path, I will have to ensure that your love is tested in ways you cannot imagine. A chill swept through Halden as he sensed his mother's true intent. What will you do? He demanded, his voice low and fierce. Something that will remind you of your duties, she replied, her tone cool and calculated. You will regret defying me, my son. With that, she turned and strode away, the air around them growing thick with tension. Halden felt a wave of dread wash over him, panic clawing at his insides. What could she mean by that? I don't know, but we need to prepare, Alara said, her voice shaking. I can feel the danger closing in around us, Halden. We need to protect ourselves, our love. As night fell, Halden and Alara sat together beneath the stars outside her cottage, the air heavy with uncertainty. We must focus on the trials the spirit spoke of, Halden said, his brow furrowing. They will come for our bond. We need to be ready. Alara nodded, determination lighting her features. Let us train together. I may not be a werewolf, but I can learn. I can fight for you, Halden. His heart warmed at her words, but he couldn't shake the fear that lingered in the back of his mind. You don't have to do this. I want to let you face danger for my sake. But I want to, she replied firmly, her gaze steady. You mean everything to me. I want to stand idly by while threats loom over us. They spent the following days training together, Halden teaching Alara how to harness her instincts, how to be aware of her surroundings despite her human nature. With every lesson, their bond deepened, and the connection they shared became a bright beacon against the encroaching darkness. But just as they began to feel a glimmer of hope, the tranquility was shattered. One night, as they practiced in the forest, Halden sensed a shift in the air, a foreboding presence lurking in the shadows. Halden, Alara whispered, her voice barely a breath. Do you feel that? Stay close, he ordered, scanning the tree line. Something isn't right. Before he could react, a group of rogues emerged from the underbrush, their eyes glinting with a feral hunger. The leader, the same scarred rogue who had confronted him before, stepped forward with a cruel grin. Look who we found, Alpha Halden and his pretty little human. Get away from us. Halden growled, shifting into his wolf form, muscles coiling with tension. Why would we? Your mother sent us to remind you of your place, the rogue sneered, advancing with his pack at his side. It is time to teach you a lesson about loyalty. Halden, we need to get out of here. Alara shouted, fear lacing her voice. No, he replied fiercely, standing tall in front of her. I will protect you. With a sudden surge, the rogues lunged at them, chaos erupting around them. Halden fought with every ounce of strength within him, his love for Alara fueling his determination to keep her safe. Get back, he roared, claws slashing through the air as he faced the rogues. He could hear Alara's frantic breaths behind him, the worry piercing his heart even amidst the conflict. The rogue leader snarled, dodging Halden's attack. You think you can protect her, you wee fool. In that moment, Halden felt his instincts heighten, a surge of power coursing through him as the bond with Alara ignited like wildfire. I will not let you take her. With a powerful howl, Halden launched himself at the rogue leader, the two colliding in a flurry of fur and teeth. Fight raged on, but Halden could feel the weight